What's up, guys? This is Joseph with JB's DIY Garage coming at you with another fix. So, if you're like me, you're probably in a predicament looking for videos on how to fix your oven that you just screwed up because you used Easy Off Heavy Duty Oven Cleaner, and obviously on the can it says don't use on self-cleaning ovens. Right, let me zoom in there. Right here, do not use on self-cleaning or continuous cleaning ovens. Yeah, why would you read this whole thing and think that you couldn't use it on your oven? I mean, it literally could have just said right here, for cleaning ovens, oven doors, blah, 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 don't use with self-cleaning ovens. Could have said it nice and big, but they didn't. So we're both in the same boat, more than likely. And from what I have found, this residue, if you take water and wipe it off, essentially it looks good for a second and then it slowly goes back to that powdery residue that you can't scrub off and can't get off. Done a little bit of research on it, and from what I have found, we're going to take this cleaning vinegar, which is normally like I think 30% acidity. Well, this says 6% acidity. Normally cleaning vinegar, I believe, is 30%, not 6, but either way, we're gonna try and use this cleaning vinegar on it, wipe it down with a fresh rag, let it sit. I've heard to put it in a spray bottle and spray it and let it sit for 10 minutes. This film is an alkaline film, which I believe is basic. So this, I think it's acetic acid, which is vinegar. Don't quote me on that. I don't actually know. It just says white distilled vinegar. So I'm pretty sure it's acetic acid though. Anyways, it's an acid and it'll neutralize this, and then hopefully all of that basic residue or alkaline residue will pull off. So we're gonna be back in just a second and see how it looks. I lied. I'm not gonna come back and just see what it looks like. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I put the vinegar in here. That was only 6%, so I didn't dilute it. I have read that you should dilute it down to like half and half, but since that's only 6%, I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna spray this, and this isn't magic yet. This is what it looked like whenever we used it with just water, but we're gonna spray this, let it sit. They said let it sit for 10 minutes, so that's what we're gonna do. The bottom's pretty rough, so we're gonna spray the bottom pretty good. And then my door's also messed up, so I'm going to spray the door. And we're gonna let it sit for a minute and see how that looks. Quick update for you. This is after wiping it out. I have not done another treatment of the vinegar, but I mean, this is 10 times better. And I really think that if I spray it with vinegar again, let it sit for about 10 minutes. Last time I let it sit, I think I went back and I looked and it was like 20 or 30 minutes. So I think it started drying. So to prevent that, I'm gonna let it sit for 10 minutes, make sure it stays wet, maybe agitate it a little bit in between, and then basically just make sure that it stays wet to try and neutralize this and get this off. But I mean, it's so far working really, really well. So it has been approximately 10 minutes. We're gonna see what it's looking like. So as you can see, it still looks like there's a little residue here. So we might need to do this a few times, or it might not work and it might be completely etched into the enamel. So yeah, so we'll wipe this down and see if it made it any better, or if we're just essentially screwed. It seems like it is helping, but it is not dried, so can't really say for sure. We'll just need to fully wipe it down and come back and see what she looks like. You can see some of the stains coming back. So I guess we could wipe it down, wipe this down. Now that's good news. You can see here, It looks like maybe it is actually doing what it needs to do. So maybe I probably waited a little too long and let it dry again. I might have needed to take it off immediately. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm going to wipe this off. Oh yeah, that helped quite a bit actually. I don't know if you can see that, but just where I wiped, it looks like it is bringing it back. So I'm gonna wipe this out and then we will go from there. I might spray a second coat, let it sit for a second, and then wipe all this off, and hopefully that brings it all back. This is definitely looking better than the haziness. So, I mean, either way, I mean, even if it doesn't completely fix it, which I think it will, I think I'll be able to get all this off. Even if it doesn't completely fix it, I mean, it definitely makes it look less bad, much better than the white hazy stuff. So, I mean, even if it leaves it with a little bit of matte residue, it'll be fine. So, we'll be back in a second and we'll update you on how it looks. All right, so after a little bit of testing, the vinegar does work pretty well. Another thing I'm trying is a little bit of Dawn dish soap. Now this is diluted, but either way, adding a little bit of Dawn dish soap in with the vinegar, I'm trying that out, as well as I noticed that it needed to sit on there longer to neutralize better. So what I did is I went ahead and ripped up paper towels and then got them wet with the vinegar solution, and then basically just pressed them in. So hopefully this will allow the vinegar to set longer and not dry out and actually work. So I'm doing this, lining the whole thing, and then I'm probably gonna wait about 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna spray everything again just to re-wet it, let that sit. I'm probably gonna go a total of like half an hour, and then hopefully the alkaline stains lift up. So all right, I'm currently doing a heating cycle on here to burn out all that vinegar. So layering the paper towels did help, but it really didn't fix everything. I still have a few spots, but a lot of this I actually got with some, let me see what it was. This cooktop cleaner. So I used that cooktop cleaner along with a DA polisher, because that was about the only other thing I could think of. And I did get pretty much all of the spots gone. There's still a little bit of haziness there. I mean, everything's still hazy, but I would say for being what it is now, I mean, it looks really good. So only thing I would say is that I would go ahead and try the vinegar. The Dawn dish soap didn't really seem to do much for me whenever I tried that, but I would personally run a little Dawn vinegar at first, do multiple cycles of that, and if that doesn't work, you can try and hand scrub it with this cooktop cream, which is basically just a polish, or you can run a DA polisher in there. Just make sure whatever you do, you clean it out with soap and water, really good, and then I would run a hot cycle on it. I'm doing the convection bake, and the highest I could go is 525 on this cooktop. But yeah, so hopefully that helps, and hopefully the vinegar helps with getting all that residue off for you guys. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.